Well, after a long winter, it's early spring. We are so excited for color in our gardens. I'm with Diane. We're down at Wavra Farms. And Diane, the place is bursting with color. And you got so many great things out right now that, what do we have that we can get in our gardens this time of year?
Well, there's lots of different options. Most people, when they think of spring, think of your standard color bowl. Your daffodils with a couple primroses, maybe a pansy viola, and of course, probably a dusty miller. But there's so many other options, whether you want to do some perennials or some annuals. As you can see, the table is stacked.
Oh, yeah, it's done. Coming down here, you look at some of these things like, these armarias that are just, just getting ready to start bursting.
And those are going to bloom for quite some time. I mean, we're talking probably into about June.
Right.
I mean, so if you can get some early color now and get it to last that long, that's bonus bucks.
Oh, absolutely. And, and then some other fun ones here, like this little guy here. This one's a little saxifrage.
And that lime color is such a new color. So many people are doing those moonlight gardens. It's nice to get a little bit of white early in the season.
And then you have in here, this little Bergenias are always kind of a nice one because they keep that nice evergreen foliage.
They do.
But this is a new variety.
That is a brand new one. That's Shoeshine Rose. And it's going to stay a little more compact. So it's going to be more towards the front of the border or a container.
Gotcha. And then the primroses, you talked about your standard primroses, but there are so many new varieties, these doubles in these really dark colors, like these guys here are just
And
stunning.
That's the Valentine color. And we also have the Baltic blue.
Yeah, and the color on that, I've never seen, a blue color like that. But you're saying these stay really tight rosettes, right?
They do. And the blue is very nice because you get that nice veining. As it opens, you're going to get those darker blue veins throughout that little primrose.
Right.
And those are going to bloom clear into June. So it's going to bloom for quite some time.
Oh, nice.
Uh-huh.
And then, your standard, your bleeding hearts, you can't have a garden without bleeding hearts. And you carry a lot of different varieties
we do.
up there too.
We do.
So this is your standard, but they also come in.
We also have the white, we have the gold, and we have the Valentine as well.
Oh, very pretty. And then moving on down here, you have some other, some of the anemones and some of those other cool
We sure do. So Renunculus are just getting started. It's one of our favorite. They last for so long, and they just get these great, almost peony-like flowers on them. They hold up really well and makes a nice center for a pot for quite some time. The English daisies are just coming into bloom, and so those will give you some nice red colors. We also have the anemones. So we have the larger anemone, and then we also have the smaller Grecian anemone. So a little bit of both.
Right. And then, so from other different colors and textures, like your euphorbias.
Well, and the euphorbias are fantastic because they are evergreen. So they are going to keep their leaves in the wintertime. They will go full sun. They will take half day of shade, and they're just starting to bloom. So this is what we call the blooms. It's going to be more of a chartreuse color, and this is going to get it as well. So it's going to have quite that contrasting color on there.
And then, we're behind the sea of hellebores. We got some people talking about the hellebores, some varieties that are drooping down, but some of them now are, the flowers are upright, so you can actually see what the colors are.
Well, and they're just fantastic for any garden. They're so easy. They're evergreen. They bloom for a long period of time. And the nice thing about them is they start out some of these really rich colors, and then they will turn to almost a green, like dried color. And that's going to hold on for most of the summer. So it's still going to give you something there. Even when other things are blooming.
Right, so many options for things that we can do in our pots and our containers. A lot of these are perennial items, so they'll come back year after year.
Yes.
So you can replace them, or when you're done with them in your container, put them out in your yard and replant your container with something different. So Diane, you guys are bringing in, you're open every day?
We are open every day, 10 to 4 for our, I guess you'd call early winter hours. So we're here daily.
And I'm assuming there's new shipments of color coming in all the time.
There is. With this ice storm, we didn't get all of our product in, so we do have some brand new primroses coming next week.
So if you're looking for some early spring color and lots of inspiration for your garden and your planters this time of year, come down and see Diane down at Wavra Farms. So Diane, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much.